Hello, and welcome back to the Deep Dive.
Hey, everyone.
Today, we're doing something a little bit different. Usually, we take a huge stack of articles and research, about history or technology, and we break it all down.
That's right. But today, we're focusing on something very specific. We're looking at language.
Specifically, we are looking at English grammar.
We are. And we have a very particular listener in mind today.
Exactly. If you're learning English or, if you ever feel a little nervous about making grammar mistakes, this deep dive is for you.
Yeah, we're going to slow things down a bit today. We want to make sure everything is really clear, that you understand every word.
So let's jump right in with a story. I want you to imagine a situation.
Okay.
Imagine you're on a date.
Ooh, a first date. So pressure's on. You want to make a good impression.
Yes. You're at a nice restaurant. Maybe there are candles on the table. You're talking to someone new. And maybe this person is a native English speaker.
Right. A little intimidating.
And the conversation is going, well, it's going okay. But then there's a small pause. The other person looks at you, they smile, and they ask a question.
What's the question?
They ask, are you having fun?
Ah, the classic question.
Now imagine you want to be honest. Maybe you're not having a great time. Maybe the restaurant is too quiet or the conversation is a little slow. So you want to say that you feel a lack of interest.
Right. You want to describe your feeling in that moment.
So you look at your date, take a breath, and you say, I am boring.
Oh, no.
What? What happened? What's wrong?
You've just created a very, very awkward situation.
But I use the word boring. That means not interesting, doesn't it?
It does. But think about what the other person actually heard. When you say, I am boring, you're not talking about your feeling.
I'm not.
No. You're talking about your personality, your permanent character. You're telling your date, I am a boring person. I have no interesting stories. I am not fun to be around.
That is definitely not what I wanted to say. I wanted to say that I felt bored. Not that I am a boring person.
Exactly. And that is the trap. It's such a tiny difference in spelling, just 2 or 3 letters. Boring versus bored. But the meaning is completely different.
And that right there is our mission for today. We are going to fix this mistake.
Yes. And if you've made this mistake before, please do not worry. You are not alone. It's one of the most common mistakes for English learners.
But after today, hopefully you won't make it again, we're going to unpack the logic behind this piece of grammar. We're going to give you a very simple rule so you can always choose the right word.
So should we start with that core rule?
Let's do it. What's the secret?
Okay, it all comes down to 2 little endings on a word. The letters I-N-G and the letters E-D.
Id.
Right. So here's the rule. It's actually pretty simple. Words that end in ing describe the cause of a feeling.
The cause.
Yes, the thing or the person that gives the feeling to other people.
Okay, so ing is the giver. Like it gives the feeling.
Exactly. That's a great way to think of it. Ing gives the feeling. Now, words that end in id, they describe the feeling itself.
Ah, so that's the person who receives the emotion.
Precisely. The receiver of the feeling.
Okay, let me repeat that just to make sure I have it locked in. Ing gives the feeling, and id receives the feeling.
Perfect. You've got it.
So let's go back to our date night disaster.
Okay, let's fix it.
If the movie you're watching is not interesting, then the movie is the cause, right? The movie is giving you that feeling of boredom.
Right. The movie is the giver.
So we would say the movie is boring.
Yes. Boring with an ing.
Because the movie is the giver. Now, how do I feel? I'm the one receiving that feeling from the movie.
So you would say...
I am bored with it, Ed. Because I am the receiver.
Exactly. The movie is boring. I am bored. See the difference.
It actually makes so much sense when you slow it down like this.
It does.
Let's try another one just to, really make it stick. How about the word interest?
Good one. Okay,
Yeah.
Let's say you're in a history class and the teacher's telling a really great story. You love the story.
Okay. So the class itself is giving me this good feeling. The class is the cause. So the class is interesting.
Yes. Interesting. I-N-G. And how do you feel?
Well, I'm receiving that great feeling. So I am interested.
Precisely. You would never say, I am interesting in that situation, unless you meant that you yourself are a fascinating person.
Which, let's be honest, I am. But that's not the point here.
Right. In that context, you want to describe your emotion, so you have to use the ed ending, interested.
So why is this so hard? Why do so many people get this mixed up? Our listeners are smart people, but this specific mistake happens all the time.
It's a great question, and it's not about intelligence at all. It's really about how different languages work. We looked into this a little. In many languages, like Chinese, for example, the grammar often focuses on just the state of being.
The state of being, what do you mean by that?
Well, you just use the word for the emotion to describe the whole situation.
Yeah.
But English is, well, it's very logical about relationships. English grammar wants to know who is causing the feeling and who is feeling it.
So English forces you to separate the cause from the result, the giver from the receiver.
Exactly. You have to change your perspective a little bit. You always have to ask yourself, is this feeling coming from me? Or is this feeling coming to me?
Oh, I like that. That's a great way to think about it. If the feeling is coming to me, I use id.
Right. You've received it.
Okay, I think we have the core rule down. Id gives. Id receives. But let's get into some specific words where this gets really tricky. Let's enter the danger zone.
The danger zone. I like it. Yeah. Yes. There are 3 pairs of words that we see learners confuse all the time.
Let's go through them one by one. The first one is about energy. The words are exciting versus excited.
This is a classic. Okay, let's picture a scenario. You're going on a trip. Maybe you're flying to Paris.
Oh, I'd love to go to Paris. Okay, so the trip is going to be amazing.
So the trip is the cause of your happy feeling. The trip gives the feeling. So the trip is...
The trip is exciting.
Correct. Now you are at home, packing your bags. You're smiling. You can't wait to go.
How do you feel?
I am excited. Yes. You receive the feeling. So the trip is exciting. I am excited.
I hear people mix this one up a lot. They say, I am exciting.
And if you say, I am exciting, you're saying, I am a very energetic and cool person, which, again, maybe it's true, but usually you just want to say that you feel happy about the future.
So you must use add. I am excited.
Right.
Got it. Okay, let's look at the second pair in the danger zone. This one is about work. Tiring versus tired.
This one is so important for daily life. Imagine you worked for 12 hours today, a really long, hard day.
That sounds awful. Okay, so the work itself is the cause of my feeling. The work made me lose all my energy, so the work was tiring.
Perfect. Tiring. And now you're finally home. You just want to get into bed.
How do you feel?
I'm tired. I am tired. You receive the fatigue.
So what does it mean if I say I am tiring?
Oh, that's not good. If you say, I am tiring, it means you make other people feel tired.
Oh, no.
It means you're difficult to be around, or you drain their energy.
Wow. So if I tell my boss I am tiring, I'm basically saying I am an annoying employee.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to avoid that mistake. You are tired. You are not tired.
Okay, that is a big one to remember. Let's do the third pair. This might be the most dangerous one of all.
Yeah.
Confusing versus confused.
Yes. This is where the social awkwardness can get very high.
All right, let's set the scene. You're looking at some instructions. Maybe you're trying to build some furniture from a box. And the instructions, they just make no sense.
The instructions are the cause of the problem. They are giving you this feeling.
So the instructions are confusing.
Right. Now, you're looking at the paper. You don't know what to do next. How do you feel?
I am the receiver of the feeling. So I am confused.
I am confused. Perfect.
Okay. Now, what happens if I mix them up? What if I walk up to my friend for help and I say, I am confusing?
This is very similar to the boring mistake from our date night story. If you say, I am confusing, you're saying that you are a person who is hard to understand.
It sounds like I'm the problem.
It does. You're saying that you make other people feel lost when you speak.
So it's like I'm admitting to a flaw in my personality. Don't listen to me. I make no sense. I'm confusing.
Exactly. But all you wanted to say was that you didn't understand something.
So I must use ed. I am confused.
You must.
It is truly amazing how one small sound at the end of a word, a or a-ed, just changes the whole story.
It really does. It changes the relationship between you and the world around you.
Okay, so we've talked with the rules, we've walked through the danger zones. Now I think it's time to test our listeners.
Ah, a quiz.
Yes, a quiz. I'm going to become a strict teacher for just a minute.
Uh-oh.
Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to read a sentence with a blank space. And I want you, our listener, to choose the right word.
You have to choose between the ing word and the ed word.
Exactly. I'll give you a few seconds to think. Then our expert here will reveal the correct answer. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay, question number 1. The game was very exciting. Your choices are exciting or excited. Take a moment.
And the answer is exciting.
Ah.
The game was very exciting. The game is the cause, the giver of the feeling.
Did you get that right at home? I hope so. Okay, question number 2. I was very after work. Your choices are tiring or tired. Think about it.
The answer is tired. I was very tired after work. You are the one who feels the fatigue. You received it.
Okay, last one. Now, this one is a little bit tricky, so listen carefully. The teacher was, say, your choices are boring or bored.
Ah, yes, this is a tricky one. The answer really depends on the situation, but usually what we mean to say is boring. The teacher was boring.
Wait, can you explain that? A teacher is a person. I thought people were usually described with ed.
But remember the rule. It's not about being a person or a thing. It's about the relationship, the logic.
Okay.
If the teacher's standing in front of the class and talking in this slow, monotone voice.
Like this, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly like that.
Yeah.
If the teacher's doing that, then the teacher is the cause of the feeling. The teacher's giving boredom to all the students.
So the teacher's boring.
Yes. The teacher is the giver.
But the teacher could also be bored, right?
Oh, absolutely. If the students are not listening and the teacher's just watching the clock, waiting to go home, then the teacher feels bored. He is the receiver.
But in a sentence like, the teacher was boring, we're usually describing why the class itself was bad.
That's right. So a person can be described with ang, but only if they are the one causing the feeling for other people.
Okay, that's a great distinction. It really proves that you have to think about the logic and not just memorize a list of rules.
Logic is everything here.
So we know the rules. We passed the quiz. Now let's talk about using this in the real world, because we don't want to sound like robots when we speak.
No, of course not. We want to sound natural.
Let's imagine some real conversations. Scenario A. A friend asks you about a movie you saw last night.
A very common everyday topic.
If the movie was bad, you say, it was boring.
Correct. Simple.
Now, scenario B. A friend asks you why you're so quiet at a party.
You're just sitting in the corner, not talking to anyone.
You want to say that you are not having fun? Do you say, I am boring?
No, please never say that. You say, I am bored, or even better, I'm bored.
Right, I'm bored. That contraction, it helps it flow much better, doesn't it?
It does. It sounds more natural. I'm bored.
What about at work? Scenario C. You're talking to your manager, they gave you a task, but you don't understand how to do it.
This is a high-stakes situation. You need to be very clear.
You walk up to them and you say, I'm confused.
Yes, I'm confused. Do not say I'm confusing. That might make your manager think that you are the problem.
Right.
By saying I'm confused, you're really just asking for help. You're saying, I have received this information, but my brain doesn't understand it yet.
Now, to really sound like a native speaker, we can add a little bit of flavor, right? We don't always just say, I am bored. It can sound a little short, a little direct.
It can, yeah. Native speakers almost always use modifiers. These are little words that soften the sentence or sometimes make it stronger.
What are some good examples we can use?
Well, instead of just, I am bored, you could say, I'm kind of bored.
I'm kind of bored. Yeah, that sounds much more natural. It's softer.
Or you could say, I'm a little bored.
I'm a little bored. Okay. And what if it's really, really bad?
Then you use stronger words. I am so bored. Or for a thing, it was really boring.
The movie was really boring. I was so bored.
Exactly. These small words, really. So kind of a little, they're like glue in the sentence. They make your English sound smooth and connected.
I love that. So it's not just about being correct. It's about having flow.
That's it. I am bored is correct grammar. I'm a little bored is natural conversation.
So let's bring it all back home. We've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
If there's one thing our listeners should take away from this deep dive, what is it? What is the golden rule?
The golden rule is all about the direction of the feeling. If something gives the feeling, you use ing.
Gives is ing.
And if you receive the feeling, you use ing.
Receives is ing.
You can think of the G as being forgiving.
Ooh, I like that.
And maybe think of the ing as how you feel at the end. You ended up with the feeling.
Ing is giving. In is ending up with the feeling. That is a great way to remember it.
Whatever helps it stick.
And most importantly, please stop telling people you are boring on dates.
Yes. Unless you really want to warn them, but I'm sure that's not true.
I agree. If you're listening to this, you're curious, you're trying to improve yourself, that is the opposite of boring.
That is interesting.
See what you did there? You, as a person, are interesting.
And I am interested in your progress.
Look at us, using the grammar perfectly.
It feels good, doesn't it, when it clicks?
It really does. So to all of our listeners, the next time you're in a conversation, just take a breath, Think about the direction of the feeling. Is it coming from the object, or is it inside you?
Take your time. It is totally okay to pause for a second before you speak. It is much better to pause and get it right than to rush and say, I am confusing.
Absolutely. We hope this deep dive has been exciting.
And we hope you are not tired of listening.
And we certainly hope you are not bored.
Keep practicing. English is a journey, and you're doing a great job.
As our source material said so well, you are not boring. You are learning.
That's a beautiful thought to end on.
That is it for this episode of The Deep Dive. Thank you so much for listening.
We'll see you next time.
Bye for now.